Hi everyone, tech time. Let's talk about OpenAI's GPT-4 today. I believe many of you guys already aware of GPT-4 that was announced yesterday by the company. The GPT is a larger multimodal model compared to GPT 3.5. So multimodal, that means it can take text prompts and also image prompts. Uh, Based on their testing, so GPT 3.5 and GPT-4 are almost the same in a casual conversation. However, GPT-4 is much better than GPT 3.5 on a complexity of their task. That's what they found, meaning GPT-4 is better than GPT 3.5 in overall. So let's take a look at a little bit more about GPT-4. As you guys see from the screen, and also many of you guys already aware of this, that GPT 3.5 has passed the bar exam, which is lawyers the exam test. Uh, but what's the difference between 3.5 and GPT-4? GPT 3.5 was able to successfully pass the exam, but GPT-4 uh, was to pass the exam, but top 10 percentile, which is much better. And the GPT-4 that was made based on different sets of deep learning data that was worked with Azure, which is Microsoft's deep learning engine. And you guys can apply for GPT-4 API waitlist, as you guys see from the screen. Not yet released, but you guys can apply for that GPT-4 API just by filling out the form. All right, let's take a look at a few others of GPT-4. So why don't we take a look at this graph here? There were multiple different tasks, as we see from the x-axis there. So different tasks, and the green, the bars that represents GPT-4 with vision input, and the light green bars that represents just GPT version number 4 without the vision input. And the rest of the bars in blue, those are GPT 3.5. So there were multiple different tests with different cases. As we see, SAT test and bar test and GRE, which is required for most US graduate schools. That has three different parts: quantitatives, verbal, and writing. So why don't we take a look at just a few of these, since I don't know all of these, but I know GRE, bar test, and SAT and LSAT for the low schools. Um, if we take a look at the bar, right, so which is this one, GPT version number 4, um, was passed the exam at the 90 percentile, right? So top 10%, right, out of 100%. And also the GRE quantitative exam, edge score, the GPT number 3.5 is over, say, the 20%, but GPT number 4 was able to get much higher score, which is more than 80%. All right, and we can take a look at other the tests there. So if we take a look at GRE score, much higher than GPT 3.5, which is much better, right? And with vision input, its score is slightly higher. And what about this one, SAT score? Yeah, it's close. The scores are close between 3.5 and 4, but GPT-4, its performance was better than GPT 3.5, which is amazing. Uh, Regardless, what the tests were, obviously GPT version number 4 was better than GPT 3.5. If we take a look at the language related tests, it's it's kind of perfect. GPT-4 has very close to the perfect score. And right, this chart, this table shows the actual scores per test. So simulated exams. The first column represents all different simulated exams, like GRE scores, quantitatives, verbal, writing, and AP advancements placements tests for high school kids, just to be not requires, but to be considered um, for certain courses when they go to college. But as we take a look at the first score, the bar exam, right, much higher score GPT4 that acquires, and SAT math score was also higher than GPT 3.5. And if we take a look at GRE scores, the quantitatives higher than GPT 3.5, which is much better score, right? Upper, almost, that is 70 or 80 percentiles. And for different languages, the test was how GPT-4 understands and interprets each language on a certain task, meaning how GPT-4 that understands each different language on a certain task, right? So it's almost 85% GPT-4 on English understood the questions, the exams, right? 85% understood all different prompts. Only 15% GPT number 4 were not able to understand the sentence or paragraph, the context clearly. Regardless what language was used compared to GPT 3.5, most of these languages provides a better performance compared to the 3.5 GPT. All right. There were there were 3 or 4 languages performs less in the newest GPT model, which is GPT number 4. I don't know why, compared to 3.5, right? Those 3 languages from the bottom performed less, those 3, compared in 3.5 GPT, the platform. Oh yeah, those 3 languages. But regardless, right, what languages were used, the box area, most of the languages performs better performance compared to GPT 3.5. All right, so that's my summary about GPT version number 4, which is amazing. Just looking at this document, it's amazing. Thank you guys. Bye.